one thing I kind of have a different perspective than some of you in this group is the older you get, the less you care about what other people think about you. You hear that phrase saying sometimes in a meme or something. If you think about really young people, in wanting to become themselves, they go out and buy the same clothes as everybody else is wearing. And I think that's a phase of life, and I think that happens as you go along the way. But I think as you get further in life and you've gone through different struggles from many different sides, you kind of get familiar with yourself. You know how you react. You know what's going to set you off. You know what feels good. It's like you don't even have to have the same arguments at home because you've already done it. You kind of learn to accept who you are. It just becomes a non-argument anymore. I guess I'm saying that it's a hope for some of you that you do become more authentic, and that, it's like going to a 50th class reunion and you're saying, oh no, I don't want anyone to see how much I weigh or how much I this or that. Well, everybody else is in the same boat and they've gone through probably the same transitions. But when you just get comfortable in your own skin, then authenticity becomes much more natural. It's not something to strive at. It's something to start living. My VIP gift is if somebody would like to be a guest on my podcast, The Geeky Grandma with an Encouraging Nudge. Well, the people that I tend to work with, you don't have to be old to be on my podcast, but a lot of the people that hear my podcasts are, let's say, more on the mature side of life. But what I try to do is find out what was their heart's desire and are they living it? And so much of the time when you're younger, especially with different emotional backgrounds, you're trying to please somebody, if you were the pleaser or the perfectionist. And some of those can even be trauma responses. I even told a class one time where it was called No Regrets, and that I wanted the people to think about it. What in your life are you going to regret if you don't do it? And, we keep waiting for the right money or the right time or the right this or the kids at that stage or the other. But there hits a point, we don't know how many tomorrows we've got. And we need to make the best of them today. I ask my people, do you have a heart's desire? No, not just some little thing off the top of your head. I mean, way down deep into that heart that Tammy's talking about there. I worked with a coach once, and she kept wanting to get me out of my head, and she wanted me down in my heart. And when I met her, I couldn't do it. She tried to show me how I couldn't do it. But I finally learned a way to do it. And what I did was, when I was in the car, I started humming, just humming along to whatever the song was. And I tried to drop my hum down into my heart space. I'm very kinesthetic, very sensitive in lots of different ways. But that sound, that vibration got me down into my heart place. And working with women touches my heart. I don't want anybody to miss out. As long as you're talking about breath, pick up your hand and just blow on it. If you have breath, you're not done yet. So what are you going to do with this time you have left? And that's the end of my story.